Hello, friends and neighbors. It's Saskia here, your friendly gardener friend. I am in Anchorage this week at my mom's house and just got done with an amazing class a few hours ago. Second class that I taught this week about it was about diagnosing problems in the garden. And one of the things that can go wrong with your plants in your garden is that you can experience herbicide drift from other people, from neighbors that are spraying their lawns or their gardens with herbicides. So herbicides are broadleaf, or most of them are broadleaf herbicides, where they'll kill anything that that has a broadleaf. So anything besides grass is what they are targeted to kill. And this is bad news for you if you have a garden, because it can kill your entire garden. And there are other ways. So pesticide or herbicide drift is when your neighbor is spraying and that herbicide can drift right on the wind into your garden. And it's very alarming to see your garden die overnight or in a very short amount of time. So I'm just going to pause right here. I forgot that I wanted to share this with my group, the Garden Revolution. Let me see where it is. I'm not seeing it here. Anyway, so amazing that an herbicide or a pesticide, the CIDE in those words means a substance that kills, okay? So this is really alarming because it's denoting a substance that kills other things. And of course, the person that's using it is targeting something in particular, either a pest or what they consider weeds that they don't want growing in their garden. So, oops, hold on. And anyway, these herbicides, pesticides were actually first formulated during World War II to kill people. And then we reformulated them for our gardens in order to, they said, oh, what can we do with all these harmful chemicals? Why don't we put them on our fields and try to use them to control weeds? And they're extremely destructive, not only to the weeds, but also to us. Obviously, they were originally formulated to kill people. So what do they still do? They still kill people. And if you're familiar with any of the migrant farm laborers, migrant farm labor has a huge problem with cancer because of the herbicides that they are spraying on conventional crops. So they're harmful to us when we spray them in our yards, and they're harmful to us when we eat them. They're harmful to us if we eat meat that's been eating these things. And so it travels through other ways and it gets to us, and it can also kill us. It might not be fast, it might not be right away, but it is very harmful to us. So if you have this problem where your neighbors are spraying with herbicides or pesticides, what can you do about it? To me, it's a very frightening thing. I do not want my kids anywhere near that stuff because I know how harmful it is. And I think you should be concerned about it as well. So number one, of course, never put it on your own property. And get rid of anything that was left behind by the people that owned the house before, whatever. Make sure you dispose of that properly. And then two, the first thing that you can do is if you know that your neighbors spray chemicals, that I would suggest is to go and have a conversation with them. Face-to-face conversation that is heartfelt. You need to speak, it's best to speak with an I voice. I'm very concerned about this for the health of me and the kids and the earth. Not only does it kill the targeted species that they're trying to kill, it is also very harmful for, of course, us and the earth, the environment. It's that stuff runs off into streams. It runs off, and then it can kill the fish in the streams. A lot of aquatic invertebrates are extremely sensitive to it, and the studies have shown that homeowners apply way more of this stuff than they need, and they are the biggest source of herbicide and pesticide pollution. Homeowners are. So, um, how do we shift this? This is something that's just so important for us to really have in-person conversations with other people, with our neighbors, with our friends about, and talk to them about it in a real way. This is really harmful. Is there another solution that we can do that would not be as harmful? And how can I help in that solution, so that you don't have to use these chemicals anymore that could negatively impact my health and my garden and the earth and my kids. So number one, try to have a conversation with your neighbors. If they are unreceptive and they still would want to spray, then you will have to take other actions. And you can protect your own property by putting up a hedgerow that will block the wind from blowing the stuff over to your garden. A fence might work too. Hedgerows are great because they are living and they can absorb the chemicals in a better way than just a straight fence can. You can also, if you are downhill from the other property, it's a good idea to put in a log that will absorb any runoff, because like I mentioned before, that those herbicides and those pesticides can run off the property and into your property. So try to block off any flow of water from their property onto your property. Okay. So anyway, I just felt really called to come here today and share these tips with you. In order for us to change the culture around using these things, we need to talk about it. We need to ask at the farmer's market, are these things organic? Do you use any pesticides or herbicides in your garden? And just raise awareness that this is an important issue for you. And there's a reason why it's important, is because it's very harmful. And the more that we all do that, the more you and I and everybody in this group does that, the more that the culture will shift into using these things as not acceptable. The sales will drop, less people will use them. And also, I have to say that letting the dandelions and the weeds grow in your lawn also shows how much you value life and diversity over death and a clean manicured lawn. So normalizing weeds in your lawn and promoting how good the weeds are, sharing the dandelion syrup with your neighbors so that they understand that there is something good that these weeds are doing, that they are good for something, they're not just a blight on the land. And learning more about the different weeds and everything that they do for us. So I hope this was helpful. I just want to remind you guys that if you want to get in on my Green Thumb gardening course, sign up before the end of the month, because I'm going to be closing registration for the summer season. So registration will open back up again in the fall. But if you want to learn about organic lawn care, where we're going to talk about how to do this naturally, this is the time to get in. Also, the summer season will be all about preserving your food from your garden. And you don't have to have a lot of produce in your garden already to learn how to preserve it. This can also be something that you purchase from the farmer's market and learn how to preserve that way. And then we'll be talking about seed saving and a bunch of other stuff. So if you want to get in on the summer session, be sure to sign up before the end of this month. I will put a link in the comments below. And Have a great day, you guys, and I hope this is helpful for you. Leave me a message below if you like this, okay? This is the best thing that you can do. If you like what I'm saying and you want to hear more and you want other people to hear this, please leave a comment below and this video will get out to more people. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody and take care.